Every year, I like to include at least one episode with fly fishing. And I had a little window, very short notice, and when I get short notice, I always rely on my colleagues at Hells Bay Boat Works. So I gave a call over to Captain Nick Angelo, who I know is a straight up witch with a fly rod, and he bailed me out. All right, the area that we were fishing is an area on the West Coast that I'm very familiar with. It's Pasco County. The Florida Sports Coast is what it's called, but for me, it's always been one of those zones where you can catch big snook, big redfish, and a lot of big trout. And one of my favorite areas to cobia fish in the spring. A little cooler this time of year, so we decided to sight fish reds. So we left out of Nick's Park right there next to the bait depot, and we made a run north, not very far, to a sand flat that I'm very comfortable with and generally see a lot of redfish milling around. So why is the fly a better choice in this scenario? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. The area we were fishing has rocks everywhere. So not only do you have the advantage of not hanging up at all with a fly, versus anything that you would throw like a jig or a sinking or a twitch bait plug. But you also got to understand, you can make a little bit of noise when you're throwing those bigger offerings that are in the artificial category. Where with fly, it's nice, soft, lays down without a ripple on the water. You can pull it, it's so non-threatening. And when you're fishing a bonefish type of flat after the moon, and you're fishing under brighter skies, and when the water's literally that deep, it's the only way to catch them, I'm telling you. Unless you fall back to natural bait where you're dead sticking a natural bait, there's no way you're gonna catch these fish. And I knew about these fish and I wanted to make sure that we were gonna be able to catch them, and hey, sometimes you go with what works. Perfect, come on, charge it. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes.
There we go.
He's on it. Woo.
Finally.
Woo.
Wow.
Nick, that's how you do it. That is how you do it, my man.
Well, it took a few tries, but. Ooh.
I'm gonna stick us real quick.
He's even kind of running like a bonefish. A little bit. There we go. Stick 'em more.
We're down. It was a good sized fish too,
yes.
Because in this muted light, it's really difficult to see them. As light as the sand is, when they get in the shadow of that mangrove forest.
Yeah, the mangroves really help in the backdrop, you know.
Yeah, they create just enough slickness to be able to see the fish.
A lot of times I think, you know, you either want full sun or full clouds.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when those darker clouds move in, they definitely help with the mangroves, you know, as a backdrop.
Nice fish. That was just a beautiful feed too. I mean, days like this, we talked about it, you know, you're on the other side of the full moon. You know, I thought the weather here was going to be a lot brighter and it was going to be tough to feed them even with an artificial.
It was bright for the first hour.
Yeah, but after that, that east, southeast picked up and started pushing on these clouds, and you can tell there's a front coming.
Yeah, it's funky.
Yeah, he is. This water's so cool though.
Yeah.
It's probably low 60s on the Raymarine right now.
Come on.
Savor the moment.
Where's the net?
I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna grab him.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh, you fed him too, man.
I made sure he was gonna poop it out before I set the hook.
Yeah.
You know, nice. Nice light colored fish too on the sand.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll let you grab
Oh, geez.
that fly out of there real quick. Look at that fish there.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. God, just like we're in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Man, Gotta love this place. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Do it again.
Yeah. Keep pushing me around the wind.
Yeah, keep pushing you around the wind.
Yeah, what do I owe you for this? Like,
you're gonna owe me a couple of gold soda pops at the end of the day,
yeah,
I guarantee you that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So my experience as a 25-year plus fishing guide is that when you're fishing the days after the full moon, fishing at times can be challenging. Again, great reason to be throwing a fly. 2, that big moon typically under clear skies will bunch the fish up. And I mean, it'll bunch them up into these schools. They'll get real tight. So now you're just not dealing with 1 fish at a time or 2 or 3 fish at a time. You're dealing with sometimes 150, 200 fish in 1 wad. That gives you 400 plus eyeballs out there. It gives you all these lateral lines that you got to deal with. You can't make a noise, because if you spook one, you spook them all. You actually treat the entire school like it's 1 single fish. He's coming for it. He's coming for it. He's coming for it. Oh, he got it.
No, that lit him
That's
up.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm trying not to spook the rest of them.
I know, I'm trying to go over the mangroves.
It's like bone fishing, dude. Well, if you were gonna catch one, you may as well have caught the biggest one.
Yeah, hold on. Look at that nut of fish in there.
Look how many there are in there.
Hold on,
oh my God.
I'm gonna try to pull, there we go. Get them out of there.
Watch out for all these snags
Yeah.
on the left. Let me know if I gotta move.
I think I'm okay.
Trying to go with his brothers.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
that
go
way.
over top of this. That's good. Look at the size of those other ones.
Oh, I know, there's some big girls in there.
We need the backup rod.
Yeah, I'm happy you got this one. This
Yeah.
is a nice fish. It's a really big fish.
Oh no. There we go. There we go. I got one little snag there. Got him. Okay, good.
Nicely done. I'll keep the pressure. What a beautiful fish.
Pretty looking fish.
I mean, just gorgeous.
Nice color.
This is just one of those fisheries that it's like another world. You know, it's treacherous to get here and fish it, but once you're up here and you're sticking around, it's truly another world.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a pretty
some of the
piece
best
Florida.
sight fishing, even under challenging conditions like we have today, in and out clouds and wind, still you get to tangle with copper beasts like this. It's a lot of fun.
There's definitely, they're not as happy as I'd like them to be.
They're not as happy, but I'll tell you what, you know, every day's a different challenge.
It really
and
is.
I gotta say, today you're meeting the challenge, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm trying.
You were doing a great job.
I'm lucky to have a nice mule on the back like you that pushed me around. That's
Yeah.
quite a treat.
My traps and shoulders are getting a workout
Yeah.
today.
Getting a little ready.
Getting ready?
Yep,
Come around, you spent. Won't get you.
it's under the boat. Where's is your pole down?
Poles down.
Okay.
Holy smokes, dude.
Nice breeder.
This is a whopper.
Careful though, that hook will pull. There you go. Yes, sir. I'll take it in today's
Look at that.
conditions.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
You like how I picked the front one
Oh.
to get, so we didn't blow the school
I like
up?
that.
That was intentional.
I like that.
Not really, but
Yeah, he's over 30.
yeah, it's
It's gonna be like 31 inches.
Yeah, nice. You get the fly out of there.
Yeah, get the fly out.
That's right from the chickens chicken butt, literally.
Is that a chicken ass fly?
Yeah, that's a chicken.
That's an actual chicken ass fly.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll cover up. Oh God, good he wasn't coming off. Sometimes with these bigger ones,
They can't get around the hinge.
And they get in a loose spot and it pull. I've had so many hooks pull with fish. Oh, look at the Mickey Mouse spot.
Walt Disney World spot.
Yeah, I gotta get a picture of that
one. Woo! Nick, that was a pretty cool scene right there. That was a cool catch. I am glad we did that. We needed that one.
Yes, we did.
All right, this time of year, we have a lot of negative winter lows, and we were fishing right after the full moon. Two big challenges for most, but with fish being super, I'm gonna say spooky, and the water being so low, fly fishing actually is a big, big advantage. So if I knew if I could find the fish, Nick would catch the fish. And this is basically about the only way you could have done this episode, is to fish for them with the fly, with the long rod. What's really nice for someone like myself who's a television host, a waterman, is to have someone super qualified on the bow of your boat. Now, I would say Captain Nick Angelo is overqualified. He's that good. He's a professional guide, been one for a long time, has a solid repeat clientele list. And it just felt so good to have someone in this particular scenario like him on the bow, fishing water we both know in Pasco County. Really made this show a pleasure, even under challenging conditions. It made it a pleasure for us to shoot for you guys. He sees it, he sees it, he sees it. He's got it?
Yep.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Nikolai.
Thank you, sir.
Nicely done.
Coming at me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Let me spin you out.
Whoa.
Let me spin you out. Let me spin you out, dog. Gotta love winter and spring fishing where you get days that you get sight fish like this.
Yeah, that's what's great about this time of year.
Yeah.
Although it's a little opposite than what we normally have with the south wind. Normally we have a little east and north.
Yeah.
But this
got a little warm up going on right now before this next front. This next front's supposed to be here this weekend. All right, let me get my clothes off real quick again.
There you go. There we go. Another light colored one too. That's cool.
Pretty fish. Beautiful fish. Fine work, my friend.
Yes, no, thank you.
Fine
I
work.
appreciate it.
let's do that like 2 or 3 more times today before we call it a day.
Sure.
Let me get my gloves on.
Yeah, it was nice to finally see some fish after a little stretch.
Oh, that little stretch of sunlight here does wonders.
Yeah, the sun's definitely helping it.
Does wonders.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the change in tide or the change in fly that got that fish to bite for us, but something flipped compared to what they were doing before.
I'll tell you, and the light didn't hurt us either.
No, definitely nice to have the sun. I think we need to take advantage of this while we can.
I'm gonna slip back up in this groove here and see if we can't snake another one. There's such a misnomer about, catching redfish on the west coast of Florida because of all the pressure that is here targeting that fish. And there's no true fly fish destinations along the west coast because you have to be a fairly accomplished angler to be able to catch these fish. So many go out and fly fish and maybe never even get an opportunity to catch one because they can't get close enough. But with the right equipment, the right tackle, the right mentality, and a lot of patience in areas, especially Pasco and Hernando and Citrus County and moving up the Big Bend zone, you can catch these fish on fly, and you can catch them in numbers.
Is that a fish in the back?
That looks like a redfish there.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
Yes, that's a fish, I think.
That's a good one too. Big shadow. Looks almost like two fish, but it's one. It's just his shadow makes him look bigger. See if he turns. He's looking. Got it?
Yep.
Boom! Yes!
Got him.
Nice way to steer him out, dog.
Yeah.
The way the shadow was and everything, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It literally dropped like 2 feet to one side of him.
Yeah.
And he
just
started to twist his body just a little bit, and you could tell he was interested. And as soon as Nick ticked it one time, he ran down and ate it.
Oh.
Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I have to go that
I
way.
might have to go that way now.
Yeah, give him a little wiggle.
All right, let me go get him.
Ooh. Now this one's almost in
This
the...
is a big one.
Oh, it's in the backing, actually.
It's a big one. I'm coming. Man, that's a good fish, dude. A good fish.
Stop it, fish. You just... Spunky. That's another meaty one, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for
truck.
For here.
Definitely a truck.
For around these parts. Oop. All right. Perfect.
That is a redfish.
Nice one.
Nicely done.
Thank you,
Nice.
sir, for pushing me around in there.
You're welcome.
Oh God, you ate it deep. I like to make sure they swallow it first.
Oh yeah,
that's-
It's always a good
that's
policy.
key.
I think that is a perfect ending to a perfect day of fly fishing.
I agree.
That's just the way to end on a big bruiser like that. That was incredible. What a day of fishing.
Thanks for pushing me around all day. You know, I don't get to do that often enough. So
Yeah, I know. You're a hardworking guide. It's nice to be able to push someone like you around, see how you appreciate it, and see how.
ooh, there you go.
There you go.
Under the boat.
Man, that was a good
that's
day of
fine.
fishing.
No, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, CA.
let's
I
go get some.
appreciate it.
Let's go get some beer and chicken.
Oysters.
And oysters.
And oysters.
And oysters.
Enough talk about oysters today.
Yep.
We gotta have some.
Great episode with Captain Nick Angelo, and his expertise with the long rod is really second to none. But all that being said, I wanted to give you a little bit different twist on the tackle talk in this particular show. And that's because the ability to see the fish and be able to present the fly at the right spot, leading the fish, putting it on the business end of the fish is super important. And that's where optics really come into play. So for me, as the guy on the back of the boat, spotting fish, pointing fish out, I have to know how the fish is oriented and which direction they're moving. So here's a few frames and lenses that I like to use that help me big time. Number one, this is the Guide's Choice frame right here, and I have this in brown polarized. I probably use these glasses, I'm going to say 75% of the time in most scenarios. Another one that's very similar to that, this is the Lowdown XL. This is more of a Wayfarer style, if you will, and I wore these in the actual episode, but they're still great fishing glasses. They're made for guys, big guys with bigger heads. That's why it's the XL version. But I really like them. They're not too backlit. They work out perfect. When I have super low light, when we get really cloudy, like we were dealing with that front in this particular episode, These low light igniters, you can see the yellow lens. These are fantastic. Again, this is the guide's choice frame itself. And it's a little bit bigger frame, closes out all the light on the side with those wider arms. That yellow lens really lights those fish up, and I can see them on those dark, cloudy days. If you've got fog, if you've got solid overcast, these are an excellent choice. And then something new that's coming is, and very popular with a lot of our pros, these are the spinner. This is a face shield type glass. Now, a lot of guys love these glasses. I mean, they are fantastic. They're super light, super comfortable, and they fit, again, bigger guys, bigger heads, bigger melons, they work really well. One of the things I'd like to bring up, the fact that I have been doing this a long time, is the fact that Smith offers prescription opportunities for some of these lenses, especially the Guide's Choice and the Lowdown series. You can literally get a pair of glasses like this with the prescription in them, listen to me, for under $300. That's right, and I got them in 10 days. It's amazing. So if you're looking for an edge to be able to sight fish a lot better or see cover a lot better, consider Smith Optics.